In the vast expanses of our planet, few creatures capture the heart and imagination like the horse. A symbol of strength, freedom, and grace, the horse has journeyed alongside humanity for millennia, forging a bond that has shaped both our history and theirs. This majestic creature has been intertwined with human civilization for millennia. In the sprawling vistas of our planet, there roams an animal whose grace and power have captured human imagination for millennia. The horse, this majestic creature, a symbol of freedom and strength, has been intertwined with human history, shaping it as much as we have shaped them. We begin our journey millions of years ago with the dawn of Equus, the genus to which all modern horses belong. These ancient creatures were quite different from the magnificent beasts we know today, smaller and multi-toed, gradually evolving into the single-toed powerhouses that roam diverse landscapes across the globe. As we delve into the history, we'll explore how horses were first domesticated around 4000 BC, profoundly impacting human civilization, from agriculture to warfare, transforming societies and cultures in their stride. In the wild, horses exhibit a fascinating social structure, living in groups known as bands or herds, led by a dominant stallion and consisting of mares and their young. We'll witness the complex interactions within these groups, from nurturing bonds to fierce competitions during mating seasons. The wild horses of the American West. The Mustangs paint a vivid picture of survival and freedom, their gallops stirring up dust and evoking a sense of untamed wilderness. But the story of horses isn't just confined to the wild. Their journey with humans has been equally transformative. We'll visit vast ranches and elite stables to understand how selective breeding has given rise to a stunning variety of breeds, each suited to different human needs. From the elegant Arabians, known for their speed and endurance, to the powerful Clydes, famous for their work in agriculture and logging. The bond between humans and horses is also a story of companionship and competition. We'll delve into the world of equestrian sports, where horse and rider display incredible coordination and athleticism, and explore therapeutic programs where horses provide emotional support and healing to people with various disabilities. A journey through time. The tale of the horse begins in the depths of prehistory, with the dawn of the genus Equus. From the small multi-toed Eohippus, or the dawn horse, evolving over 50 million years into today's majestic single-toed creatures, this evolutionary journey is a testament to nature's wonder. Barely larger than a fox, this early ancestor of the modern horse had 4 toes on its front feet and 3 on the back, adapting it well to the soft, marshy vegetation of its environment. As we journey forward through time, the dramatic shifts in the Earth's climate and landscape drove the evolution of Eohippus into larger, more diverse forms such as the key evolutionary milestone, the development of Mesohippus around 40 million years ago, a slightly larger and faster animal with teeth adapted to grazing on the increasingly prevalent grasses. The next pivotal stage in horse evolution arrives with Merychippus about 20 million years ago. This creature was significantly larger, with a distinct hoof and teeth suited for grazing. It marks the transition from a browser of soft leaves to a grazer of grasslands. This adaptation was crucial as it coincided with the widespread development of grasslands across the globe, altering the course of equine evolution. Then, around 5 million years ago, we meet Pliohippus, a direct ancestor of today's horses. Resembling the modern horse, Pliohippus had a single large toe on each foot, which had evolved into a hoof and strong teeth perfect for grinding down tough grass. This was a creature built for speed and endurance, traits that would be essential for survival in the open grasslands and plains. The genus Equus emerged about 4 million years ago. This genus includes the modern horse Equus ferus and its closest relatives, like zebras and donkeys. These animals were characterized by their great size, speed, and stamina, adaptations that allowed them to flee predators in the open plains. The profound changes these animals underwent, from their anatomy to their migration across continents, emphasizes the dynamic and ever-changing nature of life on Earth, with the horse as a prime example of evolutionary adaptation and survival. Domestication and impact on human civilization. This journey begins around 4000 to 3500 BC in the vast steppes of Eurasia, where nomadic tribes first learned to tame and ride these majestic creatures. These early interactions likely began, perhaps, with the horses being initially used for meat and milk. Gradually, humans recognized their potential for labor and transportation. The pivotal moment comes with the invention of the bridle and bit, revolutionary tools that allowed humans to control horses more effectively, turning them into partners rather than mere livestock. Horses dramatically changed the dynamics of human societies. In agriculture, horses, being stronger and faster than oxen, increased the efficiency of plowing and transportation of goods, leading to more productive farming and, consequently, population growth and urban development. In warfare, the impact of horses was even more profound. Their role in shaping empires, from the chariots of the ancient Egyptians and Hittites to the cavalry that became a staple of military strategy in numerous cultures, cannot be understated. The Mongol conquests, for instance, are a prime example of how horseback warriors could build an empire, thanks to the unmatched mobility and speed provided by their equine companions. Cultural and symbolic significance of horses. In many societies, horses became symbols of wealth, power, and status. We examine ancient art and literature, highlighting how horses were revered, sometimes even worshipped, and featured prominently in myths and legends. Additionally, the global spread of horses, particularly after the Spanish conquest of the Americas, changed the face of civilization forever. The reintroduction of the horse to the Americas had a transformative effect on the indigenous cultures, reshaping their way of life, from hunting to warfare. The domestication of horses was not just a chapter in the story of human advancement, but a key driver of it. The horse's role in agriculture, warfare, trade, and culture underscores its inextricable link to human history, setting the stage for understanding their continued significance in modern times. Of Wycent, the natural world of horses. In the untamed landscapes, from the steppes of Mongolia to the prairies of America, wild horses exhibit a raw, unbridled essence of nature. The social dynamics of the herd, led by the dominant stallion, weave a complex web of relationships and hierarchies. Annual rituals, from mating dances to fierce battles for dominance, are a captivating part of the lives of wild horses. American Mustangs, descendants of horses brought by the Spanish explorers. These horses, now wild, roam the plains and deserts of the western United States, symbolizing freedom and resilience. Our cameras capture their rugged beauty as they navigate the challenges of their environment. From finding food and water in arid regions to evading predators and enduring extreme weather conditions. To steppes of Mongolia, home to the Przewalski's horse, considered the only truly wild horse species left in the world. Unlike other wild horses, which are feral descendants of domesticated ancestors, Przewalski's horses have never been. The feral horses of Australia, known as Brumbies, descendants of lost, strayed, or released horses. Their adaptation to the diverse ecosystems of Australia, from the snowy mountains to the tropical north, showcase their remarkable resilience and the social dynamics within these wild herds. Typically led by a dominant stallion, these bands consist of several mares and their young. The mating rituals and challenges are a highlight of this section. We witness the dramatic battles as stallions compete for dominance and the right to mate, showcasing their power and agility. These intense encounters, while often violent, are a crucial part of the natural cycle of life in the wild. Wild horse herds, typically comprising a dominant stallion, several mares, and their young, exhibit a complex social structure that is both fascinating and vital for their survival. The dominant stallion, often the strongest and most experienced male, plays a critical role in the herd. His primary responsibilities include protecting the herd from predators and rival stallions, leading the group to water and grazing areas, and of course, breeding with the mares. The behavior of the stallion is constant vigilance. His leadership is not only about physical strength, but also about making strategic decisions that ensure the herd's safety and well-being. The mares in the herd are not mere followers. They play a significant role in the social fabric of the group. Our cameras capture the subtle ways mares communicate with each other and with their foals, establishing strong bonds and a hierarchy within the group. Mares often assist each other in raising their young, a behavior known as alloparenting, which strengthens the cohesion and resilience of the herd. Foals and young horses add another dynamic to the herd. Their play and interactions are not just about fun, they are crucial for learning social cues and survival skills. Young stallions, as they grow, begin to challenge each other. And even the dominant stallion, a natural process that eventually leads them to leave the herd and either live solitarily or join groups of other bachelors. An emotional time in the lives of wild horses are when young stallions are ousted from the herd. These moments are a rite of passage, critical for preventing inbreeding and ensuring genetic diversity in the wild horse populations. Leadership mares. Often older and experienced, these mares sometimes lead the herd to grazing and water, using their knowledge of the landscape for the herd's benefit. Their role is a testament to the intelligence and social complexity of these animals. There are many challenges within these dynamics. Rival stallions may challenge the dominant male, leading to fierce and sometimes injurious battles. These confrontations are a natural part of herd life, ensuring that only the strongest and most capable stallions live. Wild horses face many challenges in their natural habitats, from dwindling water and food sources to encroachment by human development. A controversial topic is wild horse management, including culling and relocation. Selective breeding and horse varieties, the art and science of equine diversity. In the world of domesticated horses, human intervention has created over 300 different breeds. Each breed, with its unique traits, serves different human needs. We visit various cultures that have bred iconic horse breeds, like the Lipizaners of Austria, known for their incredible agility and strength, or the thoroughbreds bred for their speed and used in racing. Selective breeding, driven by human needs and preferences, has transformed the horse from a wild animal into a creature with countless forms, each suited to specific tasks and environments. The earliest known instances of selective breeding occurred in ancient civilizations. Recognizing the different qualities of horses, began breeding for specific traits: strength for labor, speed for racing, endurance for long journeys. This historical perspective sets the stage for understanding how different breeds emerged to fulfill diverse roles in human societies. One of the most striking examples of selective breeding is the Arabian horse, renowned for its endurance and beauty. Originating in the Arabian Peninsula, these horses were bred by Bedouins to survive in harsh desert conditions. We explore the history and characteristics of this breed, noting its influence on almost every modern horse breed. In contrast, we examine the heavy draft horses like the Clydesdale and Shire. Bred for power and size, these gentle giants were indispensable in agriculture and heavy hauling before the advent of mechanization. The thoroughbred, a breed synonymous with horse racing. We trace its origins to 17th and 18th century England, where selective breeding created a horse capable of extraordinary speed and agility. The thoroughbred story is a tale of both sportsmanship and genetics, illustrating how careful selection for racing traits has led to this breed's global popularity. Another fascinating breed is the Lipizzanier, associated with the Spanish riding school of Vienna. Known for their extraordinary ability to perform complex dressage movements, Lipizzaniers are a testament to selective breeding for both physical and behavioral traits. The ethical dimensions of selective breeding. While it has created breeds suited for various purposes, it has also led to health issues in some breeds due to a narrow genetic pool. In addition to these well-known breeds, there are lesser-known but equally fascinating breeds from around the world, each with its unique history and characteristics. The human-horse bond, a connection of trust and companionship. Few interspecies ties are as emotional and symbiotic as the relationship between horses and humans through therapeutic riding programs where horses help people with disabilities, and the world of competitive sports like dressage and show jumping, showcasing the incredible training and trust required for these disciplines. We share a complex and diverse world. The deep and enduring bond between humans and horses is a relationship built on trust, respect, and a shared history that spans thousands of years. This bond transcending mere utility, has evolved into a rich tapestry of companionship, therapy, sport, and art. From ancient times, when horses were primarily used for transportation and warfare, to the present day, where they are seen as companions and athletes, the evolution of this bond reflects changes in human society and our growing understanding of animal welfare and psychology. Equestrian sports, where the synergy between horse and rider is most evident. Disciplines like dressage, show jumping, and eventing, showcasing the training, dedication, and communication required to excel in these sports. The therapeutic role of horses is also a prominent one. Equine-assisted therapy has gained recognition for its effectiveness in helping individuals with physical, mental, and emotional challenges. Many individuals' lives have been positively impacted by interactions with horses, demonstrating the sensitivity and intuitive nature of these animals. The growing awareness of horse welfare is very positive. The shift in training methods, moving away from dominance-based techniques to more humane, understanding-based approaches. The importance of treating horses with respect and kindness is becoming more and more recognized. Horses can become integral family members, providing companionship, joy, and a unique form of nonverbal communication. Conservation and challenges. As majestic as they are, horses are not immune to the impacts of a changing world, and their survival hinges on the actions and decisions of humans. The plight of wild horses, particularly in regions like the American West and the steppes of Mongolia. Here, issues like land degradation, competition with livestock for resources, and climate change pose significant threats to their survival. In Australia, the situation with brumbies is ongoing. These feral horses, while an iconic part of the Australian landscape, are also a topic of environmental concern due to their impact on native ecosystems. The challenges faced by domesticated horses are also not short in supply. Issues such as overbreeding, abandonment, and neglect are highlighted, along with the efforts of rescue organizations and sanctuaries dedicated to providing care and rehabilitation for these animals. We shine a light on the importance of responsible breeding practices and the need for better education among horse owners about the long-term commitment involved in horse care. Another critical aspect covered is the welfare of horses used in sports and entertainment. There are measures being taken to ensure the safety and ethical treatment of horses in racing, show jumping, and other equestrian events. This includes advancements in veterinary care, improvements in training methods, and the implementation of regulations to protect these equine athletes. This exploration into the conservation and challenges facing horses serves as a call to action, reminding us of our responsibility to safeguard the future of a species that has so profoundly shaped human history and continues to capture our hearts and imagination. From the windswept plains, where wild horses roam free, to the hushed arenas of equine competition, each step has revealed the many facets of these extraordinary animals. The story of the horse is a tapestry woven through time, a saga of survival, adaptation, and partnership. It is a tale as old as civilization itself, yet as fresh as each new dawn where a foal takes its first tentative steps. These creatures have galloped through the annals of history, leaving hoofprints indelibly marked on the human heart. In the eyes of a horse, we see reflections of ourselves, our strength, our ambition, our spirit. They are mirrors to our soul, teaching us lessons of loyalty, courage, and unconditional love. As we strive to protect and preserve these noble beings, we also safeguard a part of ourselves, a connection to the natural world that is both primal and profound. This journey ends. The story of the horse continues, an epic that knows no bounds. As we look to the horizon, let us carry with us the spirit of these remarkable creatures, a reminder of the beauty and mystery that gallops through the wild, untamed spaces of our world and our imagination.